Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make a foam skull for your puppet. Kind of like this, on this cute little puppy dog. As you can tell that it has a foam skull with a foam brain on it. A lot of puppets have like foam skulls that are inward, like here. And for today, we're going to be doing a foam skull of what we did with this guy in the last video. Here are the tools you're going to need. A turkey carver, which is great for cutting foam. Scissors for grooming the dog hair. Some cushion foam. And a Sharpie. These are the supplies you're going to need. Let's get started. Here's how you're gonna. I got this turkey carver at a garage. Got this turkey carver from my father, which is for free, which is nice. And it just slices through the foam like butter, like this. It doesn't really matter how big you want the foam skull to be. Be careful. Kind of like this. Now when putting the foams, you must be perfect. Figure out where you want to place it. Sometimes you want it right here or downward. And if you're doing this with a fleece character, you must be perfectly precise with how you want it. So I'm just going to go right about here. And I noticed, and make sure that it has some sharp edges too, because I noticed that how it came out, that it was uneven. Either trim it off with scissors or just use the turkey carver as I did before. It's just no fun to have uneven edges. Then when you get the traced line, then go ahead and slice it. Then, when it's cut up, make sure to mark where the front is, so that way I don't forget. First thing we're going to do is make a quick pattern. That's the shape of the head that I need. I'm gonna make it a little bigger and then I'll mirror. Sometimes my scissors get dull. this is the fleece pattern. That's that's how much you're gonna need for fur. And this is fur that I'm using today. So let's then you go ahead and cut it out. Then once when your hot glue gets all warmed up, then go ahead and put some hot glue around the inside. You could sew this by hand, but I don't really know how to sew anything by hand. So for today, that's how I do it. And once when you get the thing, go ahead and gather of course, don't make the same stick as I did. And here we have our little fur ball. It may not look like much, but then if you miss any edges, just hot glue that too. Now here is our little fur ball. Now, depending on where you want to place it, what I do is I find the position I want the foam brain to be. Then I lay it down and I use pins. And I use pins to mark it. Then once when you get the foam off, then go ahead and trim off the fur that's going to be resting the foam brain upon. Then once when you get the spot all cut up, and go ahead and hot glue it to the fabric. Then press it down very firmly. Then press it down very firmly. And be careful when using hot glue with this. I realized that I used so much that it just bled through the fabric a little bit. Just make sure once when it cools off, get it in reposition. If you're not patient, then use something to wedge, use like a stick to get it back into breed position. Then when it's done, then go ahead and start grooming. And I would highly recommend using scissors because an electric razor could just make it too perfect. And once when you groom it, then you can go ahead and add some puppy features. But be careful not to burn yourself. It's not fun. Now let's make some dog ears. Then once you made a dog ear pattern, then go ahead and trace it out like 2 times. Like this. And repeat this process with the other one. You could use hot glue or machine stitch it. Today I'm going to machine stitch it. Alright, got the dog ears done. And just go ahead and put her in, take it, and then turn it inside out. It may take a little bit of wrestling because this is like fur. But it's well worth it. And once when you get the first one done, then repeat the same process with the other. Then once when you get them turned inside out, go ahead and use some hot glue and you can stitch it by hand, but as I mentioned before, I really don't know how to hand sew. This is how I do it. I just hot glue it. Then press them very firmly. And then he's done. And that's, my friend, how you make a foam brain. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to make your own puppet eyes. That's all for now. See you next time.